Hi everyone, welcome you arty crafty people. Thanks for clicking through to this video. So today we're going to work on painting in this mushroom fairy house. Now we have done this before, we have drawn it in a different video, so if you want to do this, we're going to paint it in watercolours today. I will at the end of the video put on the end screen the video you'll need to draw this, so maybe go there first if you haven't already, and that shows you how. You can get access to all the downloadables that are step by step, and they're on, if you join the membership, they're there, and you get access to all of the previous ones and any new ones that come in the future months. There's a different theme every month. Last was summer, this month October 22 is fairies, November 22 will be Christmas, and December 22 will be winter. If you don't want to do the downloadables, you can get access to my book over on Amazon, Learn to Draw Step-by-Step Fairies, and there will be a new book every month with each pack. So far, we have done a lot of videos for the fairies. We've done some pastels. Now, they are in steps of ability. So this would be ability 1, and then they go up. That was a 3, I think, that one. That was a 4. And so they're just varying abilities, and we have a go at painting them with watercolours, acrylics, pastels, and I just pick some of them and do them with different mediums. So some of them are on YouTube, and some of them are only for members. So I do also do some advanced. I haven't done any of those yet, but I am going to do 2 advanced ones. One's fairies, I think I'm doing it in pastels, and one is a lovely unicorn that will be done in watercolours. Now we're going to get started today. I think I've just removed the blank piece of paper. I need to take down that star for you, and I need to put the mushroom picture up there with me because I put the wrong picture up. It's still left up from when I did the wand one. Hopefully you can see that now. Good. Oh, it's just gone very dark and dingy outside. I'm just looking outside my door and it's pouring down. Ooh, not nice out there. Perfect day to be sitting inside recording some art tutorials. Why not? Okay, so we're going to go for the background. We're just going to get started. So if you haven't done already, please subscribe, like and share, so that I can expand my channel, and the more that people come and view me, the more I can earn and the more I can keep going. At the moment I am a very small channel and I've just begun. Now I'm just wetting down the outside. You don't want pools of water, but you do want it all wet because we're going to do wet in wet. So basically means we need to get the background all wet, and then we're going to add in some paint that is also wet. And then you will see it just makes a nice background. I'm trying to go around the clouds and everything. If we haven't wet that down, the watercolour won't go on them. So I'm going carefully in between. So I've done that. Now the paper will buckle a little bit. Excuse the holes. It was punched and put in a folder, this piece of paper. But once I've used up the ones with the holes punched in, I'll be able to just have the paper without the holes. I'll order some more, but I've punched them all at the moment because they're all in folders. Right, so as you can see, I'm just putting the colour in. It's already quite watered down, but I'm also adding it to the water, and I'm just kind of letting it do its thing. I'm wiggling my brush about, just having some fun. Try not to worry about it too much. Let's get that colour in. Now the first, I'm going quite low in value. It's not too vibrant, that colour. And if we want to come in later and put in some more colours, then we can, can't we? Oh, see, it went a bit vibrant there. I didn't water that down as much as the rest of it. So it's all we do, just spread it round again. Spread it round a bit more. And that way we can make it the same. You don't want like one half darker than the other. It won't make much sense. So I'm just going to put a bit round here, but not much, because what we might do is just put some grass there. There isn't actually anything on the drawing. You can't actually see the bottom there, but yeah, there isn't anything there. We'll put some grass in or something, shall we? Why not? Now, I do on these videos, I don't plan them. They just end up being how they end up being. So hopefully you don't mind that. You'll just see my brain at work. I'll make mistakes, I'll get things right, and you get to learn from them as well. Okay, I'm going to click this on and you shouldn't hear anything for a minute. Okay, that should be dry enough now. We always need to make sure it's dry, because if I put any other colours down, it will bleed into it. Actually, it's not quite dry. Just put my hand on it there. Just that little bit. There we go. Now it is. Okay, so you shouldn't have heard that, but if it, obviously it's boring to watch as well. So just, if you could just skim along and then get back to this bit and keep doing that, then that will help me a lot. I don't want to bore you all with drying, but I don't get a lot of time to actually edit my videos. I just tend to upload them as they are, mistakes and all, and then you get to see everything as it is. There will be a time lapse. I do generally tend to do a time lapse for each and every video, but I won't actually take out those parts. They'll still just be a part of the video. I'm just now doing wet on dry because the clouds are dry, and I just want to get my watery cloud mixture. It's a very, very pale grey, and I'm blobbing some bits on so that it can be really patchy. It's difficult to see because the light shines on it so much. That's made that worse, hasn't it? The light shines on it so much that it is actually really shiny until it dries, because it's so watery. Okay, there was another cloud somewhere, I'm sure of it. No, just 3. Okay, must have been a different one. Okay, now I can leave that part alone, and I'm going to come down and I'm just going to get like should show you what I'm doing really, a yellow ochre colour. You have to excuse my really messy pan, but sometimes it's just so difficult to get the paint off. I need to get in with a scrubbing brush or something. Right, and then I'm going to add a little bit of white, because I want to make, oh, I think a bit of blue got caught in that. It was already in the white. Let's just test that. No, that's not what I want. Let's get some more yellow in. It went a bit green because there was some blue. Obviously blue and yellow makes green. There was some blue in my white watercolour block. So to do this, you'll just need some watercolour paper. This is Frisk watercolour paper, so it's great for beginners. And you need some watercolour paints, any kind, any brand, doesn't matter. Just have some to get started. And as long as you've chosen roughly a colour like mine. So here I've added, it's a yellow ochre colour. I've put in some white, I've added some water, and we should have a nice wash just to come down and do the first layer of the bottom of the mushroom house. And I wanted it kind of a lighter yellowy colour because I'm going to come in with detail afterwards, but it will be a darker brown. So now I want to do the inside of the mushroom, and where it is, that's the black. Just gonna make a grey using the black, which you can't see. So there, it is black, but it is watered down, so it's grey. So I'm just going to do the underside of the mushroom there, because we want that to be completely in shadow. And just spread it round a bit so it's not pooling in one area. Okay, and then we'll give it a dry because we've got quite a bit to dry there now. Okay, that's all dried. That's all done. So we'll just put that there, and you can see that it's dried into a nice dark grey. We're going to leave that for the moment. We're now going to come in and get ourselves a really nice red. And we do want it to be red, so we don't want to add any white or anything like that. But this time I'm going to come in with a slightly smaller brush because that one is a bit big for what I need now. So let me find somewhere, we'll put that there. So now I've got just like a kind of medium-sized brush, and I'm going to come in with that red. Might just get some more, and we're literally just going to paint our mushroom in with one coat of that nice vibrant red. Now we will be using value to create depth. So basically that means each colour and its value from dark to light. So at the moment, this is the main red that I want to use, and I will use kind of a darker red to do any shadows, and then I might come in, rather than adding a pink for light, I might just add some white in places. So I'm just coming in, just moving the paint around that is already on here as well, spreading it around. There are some bumps on the edges that will be grey, so we need to kind of work around those a little bit. I need some more water on my brush. Keep adding water. Coming round. There we go. I think we're there. Okay, so that's it for the mushroom for now. What we could do, now that the bottom is dry, we're going to come in with some brown. And I'm going to just try and make a nice, I'm just using the brown and a little bit of white. I think I've put too much brown on there. Much white rather. You know, just keep adjusting. I know you can't see, but I'm just trying to come up with kind of a milky brown, just to come in and create some depth on our house. I'm going to come in from the top and work our way down and just do it kind of patchily. It's nice that you get the colour, the lighter colour kind of showing through a bit, like so. You can have some darker areas than others. So what I will do now is I'll start to build that brown up, getting a bit darker each time. So I'm coming in again. Sorry, keep bopping the camera with my ponytail. I've got my hair up today and I just keep forgetting it's up there. It keeps bopping the camera. Okay. So there we are. We're just coming down, getting browner each time, but leaving some lighter brown patches. I am now going to come in and do the door, slightly different brown. And again, I'm trying to just paint in the direction of the door, just holding up so that the light's not directly on it, making it patchy. But because you've got that underlayer, we've got lots of different colours there. So I'm going to come in again under the top, because that is where it's going to be dark. I'm going to go even darker now. And all I'm doing is adding more of the same brown, so it's cohesive and you're not adding too many different browns. But it's just that it's got less white or less water in it. So now I'm just going to bleed that down a bit, let it do what it wants to do. Okay, that's what watercolours are good at. They do their own thing. Okay, so I'm just going to come down, and I think that's good. Right. Now I do want to just go over that black there, so I'm going to dry it quickly. Hopefully it'll cut out for you guys. Okay, looking good. I love all that different brown on there. Now I am going to come in with a slightly darker, less red brown, and just kind of just draw in the shape of the door a bit more with a slightly different brown. Now I'm just going to smudge that down. I'm going to come down here with a bit. Yeah, and it starts to come together a little bit. Now I did say I wanted to do the underside of the mushroom again, which I do. We'll do that now. So Need it a bit darker this side. Okay, and we'll just let that dry as it is. Right, so I think we'll make a start on the little black blobs that are there. So they need to be like a nice light grey to start with. So we'll push some grey on. Nice light grey. A bit darker than the clouds, but still just a nice light grey. Okay. And we'll dry. Oh, hang on a minute. There's a little one there, and there's a little one there. Coming on. Right, I think we're dry. So we're now going to come in and just draw the outside edges of some of these blobs, if that's what you can call them. I don't know what they are called actually. So we just come round and create, oh, that's a bit too much there now. There we are, just sorting it out. Okay, come down. You don't need it to be too much darker, just a little bit darker than it was, and just put a little bit of it dotted around the bottom like that. Try not to create too much of just a line, make it all jaggedy. And that will create the 3D-ness by having that darker value there. So that it's not flat basically, and it has different shades of colour. And we can come in just with a little bit of really dark in some places. Okay. Good. We now need to dry that. By the way, you can just use a hairdryer. I just happen to have a heat tool from my crafting days. Okay, so we're going to go in with kind of a deeper red. Oh, that's a bit too purple. I think what I'm going to do is mix red. You can see. Ooh. Red with a little bit of black, and that gives us like that really deep red colour. And it's from the same red, so it won't look too strange. And then we're going to come round the bottom like this, because then that will give us the 3D-ness that underneath there, darker because the light isn't hitting it. And then also we need to drag it round underneath our little blobs, because that's how we'll create a bit of 3D shape. Okay, so I think we're kind of done with the mushroom, with the top of it anyway. I think we'll go in with the grey and just draw in the window. We'll come back and do some detail on that later. Right, now what I want to do is give her a purple dress, but obviously I don't want it to be too vibrant. It's a nice pastel-y picture, so I'm mixing a bit of purple that I have that is very dark with a little bit of white and adding some water. And that's the mixture I've created. Okay. I'm just explaining. I know you can't see as we're going. I just don't have the technical capacity to do any more screens than what I've got at the moment. I want you to see the drawing so you can see where I'm going with it. Okay, so I'm literally just putting down a first coat of her dress. Okay, she's got sleeves, that's the top part. Her hands are coming round. I have just coloured her hands in. Doesn't matter, it's fine. Now I want to make an actually much watery version of that. So I'm just adding water and just picking up a little bit of it, because what I want to do is just do her wings in the same colour, because they're wings and they're delicate. it needs to be a much lighter purple. So that works well. And then we can come in with the detail with a darker purple afterwards. Okay. So I'm going to pick up some more of that grey, and here I'm just going to come in and just create some little curly marks with my brush so that you can hardly even see them, but it just creates a little bit. Oh, that's a lot. That's not a little bit. Excuse me with my little bit. It just creates a little bit of shape so that it's not, and that will dry back, don't worry, so that it's not just a flat cloud in the background. Okay, I'm going to get my much smaller brush, this one here. This is a number 2, and we're going to go in with the purple that we had, and it will be a bit darker. I'm just going to draw in some veiny things on her wings. Hopefully you can see that. Oops, that bit went a bit out. Okay, so we're just giving her wings a little bit of oomph. I'm going to come in, I think last time she had brown hair, we'll give her some kind of blondie brown hair today. I'm just going straight from the pan, the watercolour pan. I'm not bothering to mix a colour, just what I'm picking up. You can have some nice golden blonde hair today. It varies on what I want to do. Okay, here we go. And the fact that it's darker in some places than others is good. Right, I've got a nice peach colour that I tend to use for skin. I need to add some more water because it's a bit strong. Sorry, my head was tapping on the video camera again. Right, so I'm just going to let that dry. Let me get some more on her arms. And then we can come in and do some facial features. We don't want to put too much colour on her, it's fine. I do want to come in the hair a little bit and kind of get rid of the pencil marks. So just come in and look, I'm just drawing some curly marks, which gives the impression of curly hair. It's all fun. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with her dress with the purple again, and I'm just going to draw in some lines that will show movement. So as you can see on the drawing, I'm just going to get quite a bit darker there, and here was the underside of her dress. So as you can see, that's completely changed the dress now by just putting that little bit in. Then we're going to come on and just draw some lines coming from the top to the end to show that this is a dress with movement. It is moving, it's not just static. I'm going to come in and get some of the darker purple. Oh, that really was dark. Got to be careful, you don't want to. Just going to do that again, and then that might be too much. Might be all right once it's dried. Just like to really get in some nice, like here on her top, I just want to draw in where her sleeves are and everything, and by the time it dries it'll be fine. And so more in here. There. Okay, that's good. She's looking pretty damn good to me. Right, so let's get some more of, I think it's the skin colour for me that's needs a bit of work on. Let's just need to see it a bit better. That's better. And her face a little bit more. Okay, looks a lot better. Then I'm going to use the same colour and just a tiny bit to draw on her features. Oh, I didn't wait till it dried, had I? Silly me. She needs to dry first. Let's dry her off. Right, just going to draw in her skin there again. Good. So now I'm going to come in and draw her features, and I just want to do little eyes, little nose, a little mouth. I don't want to put too much in. I always feel as though the facial features just need to be suggestions of what you're aiming for. There we go, just putting some more definition in her hair. That's fun. I think now we can go back and do the window, and then we're nearly there really. So just want to make sure the window is quite defined. There we go. Yep, I like that. And then there's a handle as well. So there's a handle on the door here, just needs to be a blob. And then I'm going to come in now and just do some bits of details. So let's go back to the red. The dark red is all I've got there. And we can just pop in a little bit more in different areas if you want to. I mean, we can stop there. If you wanted to just stop there and you've had enough, that's fine. But I just like to go in and fiddle. Just do whatever I feel like doing. Okay, I'm going to come in with some brown. And I just want to draw kind of just some little stripes and stuff, like it's wood. It's an actual tree. Otherwise it doesn't look realistic, does it, if it's not got any of those markings on. I might come in with the door and put some much darker ones in. Nice. You can't see the sky very well. It really is just a light blue in the background, but I'm happy with that. It's fine. So what I think I'm going to do is come up with a green and just put some different green. Put some little ones at the front of the door like that. So I'm making this up, this bit, but I do need to come around and we're just gonna draw in where the leaves are going to go. So there was another one here, wasn't there? It was coming up and then round. Oh, that was a bit watery, that one. Try not to have too much water on your brush when you're doing the detail. And then there was another bit here. And there was a bit down here, I think, wasn't there? Okay. And then what we'll do is we go in with a brown mixed with a bit of green and just dabble on where you might have some leaves. It's really, really loose, this bit. Yeah, we don't want to do too much detail. Just do it loose. So tapping in, just tapping in with my little brush. Leaf patterns all the way along, all over the place. Try not to get them in nice little neat rows, which is what our brain wants us to do. Let's go for some green, just green this time, not brown. Lovely. Come around there as well, hidden that you can't really see. I think I might come in with some light green, lighter green. There we go, and we're just going to put in some of that as well. I don't think you can see on the screen, but it is much lighter. It's nice. And then we're going to come up again, and I think it's nice just to have some long strands by the side. What we can do with that now is put in some really nice bright flower colours, as though there's flowers on there. So this is a nice red. Let's mix it up with some, make a pink. Here we are. And we can have some pink down there as well. Just dot it around. It's, you know, you're just giving the impression to the eye that, oh, it's got flowers on it. Okay, and then I think we're done. So the only thing I might suggest doing quickly is just doing something in the window there. You might actually want to lighten it up around the edge with a bit of a lighter grey on top, just loosely. All right, so that's it finished for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe and click the notification bell. Please do follow, like, share, and all those things. And if you can join me, my membership, it's a very small amount per month. You get all of the downloads I've done so far, and then you get a new set every month with a new theme. Next month, November 22, is Christmas, and December 22 is winter. So thanks very much, and hope to see you then. Take care, everyone. Have a good day.